Democratic Party has always needed and counted on labor unions, African Americans, women, young people. It still does. And its job is to convince them that A, anything is better than Trump, and B, they're anything. And they will win a certain number of people to that position. I have no doubt about it. It's not scary to vote with the Democratic Party. It is still, not everywhere in America, but in most parts, an okay way to be anti-Trump or to be anti-Republican. It's acceptable. You don't look as though you're a danger to society. That may change, and Trump and his allies are trying to change that, but so far, no. So it's the least scary, the least upsetting of other people way to express something other than Trump and the GOP. On the other hand, the Democratic Party is deeply complicit in everything that is making young people, working people, African Americans, women, and lots of workers beyond that very upset. It's an act of blindness not to see the complicity of the Democratic Party, whether it's in the Clinton welfare reform or the failure of the Democratic Party to really mount any kind of mass opposition to what is the worst tax giveaway to the rich that we had in December of 2017, a lame opposition to the attack on immigrants that's divided, no mass movement against, an economic system whose levels of inequality are going back to what we had before the 20th century. The Democratic Party is complicit. It depends financially on pretty much the same social groups that support the Republicans. It is terrified of losing that support for fear that in an economy like ours, where the politics are so dependent on the economic wealth, that to alienate the wealth is to self-destruct, which is a belief of the Democratic Party. When you put all that together, people who are critical of the basic economics of our system particularly, and many of the basic policies that come out of it, they don't find a home in the Democratic Party. So they will do what they've been doing more and more, which is organize outside of it in one way or another. Green Party, non-political party formations of various kinds. Those are signs of people searching for how this will work out. In Germany, which had a comparable period, you ended up with a peculiar coming together of three forces, and that might be a model here too. On the one hand, you have the left wing of their Democratic Party. In Germany, it's the Socialist Party, but it's the equivalent of the Democratic Party. The left wing broke away. The leader there was a man named Lafontaine. He pulled the left wing of that party, a big chunk of it, out, merged with the former Communist Party of Eastern Germany, and gathered together independent leftists because they saw this big, powerful party of two themselves powerful portions of parties. And so that now is called the Left Party in Germany. It has about 10% of the parliament because they have proportional representation. Maybe something like that will happen here. Maybe a left wing of the Democratic Party will function in some independent way, break away even. Maybe other left-wing groups will understand the need to come together. Or maybe some new formation will happen that will attract all those people I just described into something new. All of those things are possible. And they're being discussed all around the left as the experiences like the West Virginia and other teachers, experiences like the occupation at the New School University, little events, big events are teaching the left.
Teachers in West Virginia are holding their ground. They say they won't go back to work until they get a 5% raise.
The teacher rebellion spreading across the U.S. Teachers in Arizona and Colorado waging vocal battles for better pay and increased school funding.
Bernie taught Americans that millions of people think like this. It's the most important thing he did. He taught millions of people that there are millions of people.
We have sent the message that will echo from Wall Street to